Hey everyone, how's it going? It's been an interesting year this year in 2019. I am Nathaniel Janc from Nintendo Prime. I wonder how much longer I'll be saying that. We'll get into that in a bit. I kind of want to look back at the year that was 2019 here at the channel. We could talk, obviously, about the year that was for Nintendo Switch, because obviously it's been an awesome year for Switch. Lots of killer releases, lots of things that have happened. Obviously, topping sales charts, record sales, blah, 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 blah. Probably over 50 million units total worldwide. There's a lot of positive to talk about with Nintendo, but this stream is about the channel. And I'm not going to go into all the events that have happened this year, especially some of the more personal events, because that's kind of one of the biggest mistakes I've obviously made this year. Let's just start with some of the raw facts on the channel. The channel isn't really growing anymore. Let me show you guys something. Let's see how well this shows up for you guys. All right, so as you see, we gained 8,667 new subscribers this year, which is a good number. But we lost 5,880. Now, some of that's going to be from YouTube purging things, but that ultimately means that this year we only gained 2,787 subscribers. And if we compare that to last year, and we just look at the totals from last year, you're going to notice a huge difference. We gained 20,000 subscribers last year. We did lose more than we lost this year, but our overall gain was nearly 13,000 new subs last year. So to say things have dropped off, to say things have gotten stagnant, to say that the channel has kind of died off this year would be a pretty accurate statement. And the reason that it's not just this. Like, this is just looking at subscribers. We can get into viewership and everything as well, if you guys want. Let me, if we do this monthly here, you'll see in 2018, we had some of the biggest subscriber growth actually towards the end of the year. See if it'll give me some numbers. See, it doesn't always give me very good, accurate numbers when I'm trying to get a good look at how the year went. But if we compare that to, we just look at this past year. We'll go like this, 19. Obviously, we're gonna change this to the 18th. I guess that really doesn't. Wait, did it update? It didn't update. Hold on. It's still on the 18th here. Let's make sure this updates to 2019. Oh, great! It's gonna make me do this click forward a billion times thing. That's all right. January, boom. And obviously we want to compare that to December of this year, December 18th to be specific, which is today. And you'll see that we started off the year very well. And then, let's try to lean all the way. It's just been a nosedive. Because we had a lot of momentum heading into 2018. And I basically squandered it away right away, starting with personal drama when I lost my job. But beyond all that, it's been a rocky year, and it's nobody's fault but my own. That's just reality. I mean, we can go through all the metrics if you wanted to. Let's go to the overview here. Let's go to views. Right. So we had 2 million views this year. Let's just glance at last year's numbers if you're curious here. Let's give it a second. Oh, look, we had 3.3 million, almost 3.4 million views. So we almost had our viewership cut in half. We had our subscriber gains go from 13,000 in 1 year down to 2,700. It's been a bad year. There's really, and it's strange to say it's been a bad year because Nintendo killed it this year. So with Nintendo killing it this year, how can my channel be doing so poorly when it's a Nintendo channel? Shouldn't I be in the heyday of my channel for the Switch generation? Jonathan Hernandez, thank you so much for the $2. 2020 is going to be an awesome year for this channel. I agree, Jonathan Hernandez. Thank you so much for that couple bucks. I do agree that this is going to be awesome in next year. So, and I mean, it goes deeper than this. We can go and look at 2017 numbers, which is really the first full year of Nintendo Prime as a YouTube channel. So we'll go back here to 2017, and you'll see that 2017 was even better than this year. So I'm sorry, 2017 we hardly had any. Oh wait, that was December. Whoops, screwed up that custom range, did I not? Obviously, December of 2017 alone isn't going to pass. Isn't going to pass 2019. All right, let's get these numbers more today. So even there, you'll see we actually saw a growth in viewership year to year until this year, where we saw a massive drop off. And then we'll go back to looking at subscribers just to see how many subscribers did we actually gain. Look at that! I made $4,000 on YouTube back in 2017 too. $4,000 on YouTube. Very interesting. Let's just look at the subscribers here. Hey, we had a positive net gain of 11,000 subscribers in 2017. That obviously got higher in 2018 and then died off. So all the momentum that I built up for 2 years on this channel died. And no one's at fault but myself. When I think about why this year's been rough, it's because of me. This channel was built on my back. It's grown on my back. And it's fallen on my back. Because I have made a lot of mistakes this year with the channel. Mistakes that, unfortunately, I can't really do anything about today. I can't go back and rectify all the mistakes I made. From a canceled giveaway to personal drama and all this stuff I brought onto the channel that you guys should have, outside of the canceled giveaway, shouldn't have really needed to hear about or deal with. You should have just expected content. Obviously, a lot of promises made, promises broken. Things that I had my worst years as a content creator. In my third year doing this, I felt the pressure. I felt the weight. And I crumbled, both in my personal life, in my YouTube life, in my job life, and everything. Everything just went wrong for me this year. Obviously, I had my health issues, but that's not an excuse. I screwed up Nintendo Prime. I took a wholly positive thing that had a ton of momentum and a ton of support and drove it into the ground. It's on me. I e-bagged a lot when I shouldn't have been doing that. I didn't create content to the same quality and standards that I have come to expect of myself, and let alone what you guys have probably come to expect of. I have not been consistent. You guys know Prime News, right? It's been all over the place. What the hell is that show now, right? I have, heck, the podcast vanished for 3 months. So I have had a very, very rough year. Let's just be honest. There has been no consistency, and all I've done is just piss people off all year. Someone actually summed it up best. Let's go look at a comment on my recent community post. Someone summed it up pretty good. This is D-Dub. He used to be a big guy who watched a lot of my channel back in 2018, but does not watch a lot of my channel anymore. And he put up what I view as a very excellent summary of what it's like to be a viewer of my channel. So let's just read what he said. He said, "You need to just worry about your content." Because that was obviously a big issue this year. I lacked content, didn't make as many videos, and I wasn't consistent. Making a new name isn't going to change anything. And this is about something we're going to get into later. I think people know that you make things like Prime News. They get used to it, and then it's delayed and disappears. Or the podcast, which sort of disappeared. I haven't watched the channel like I did last summer because you've always got stuff going on, and it drags into your channel. Sharing your relationships, financial burdens, wife, life, etc. And then you have streams, and sometimes you're happy. Sometimes it's quick and short. Sometimes you're just a grump and downplay what people say, or you ask questions and kind of argue with answers given. It's just one of those things that just burn on you after a while. I stopped tuning in personally because you were in financial trouble. trying to sell stuff, but acting like getting $1,200 wasn't even worth your time because you were so down in the hole financially. We're not tuning in for that because as adults, if we want these kind of conversations, I know for me at least, I need to just turn no further than my wife. I want to have depressing financial chat. I think we all have depressing financial chats with our spouses. You're a Nintendo Prime, or supposed to be, but I have seen you get called Nintendo Wine. And while I don't totally agree on that, I could see that point. I think you just need to show up. Do what you can. Don't promise and under-deliver. Just bring the content and it all will fall into place. I know you already know that and would offer that advice to yourself if it was somebody else asking. But maybe you just need to remember these things and be reminded it doesn't hurt. Here's the 2020 cheers. And I obviously said I'm not promising anything. I really wanted to have the option to cover other things. And this is something we'll get into soon. Y2 Wrestling, thank you so much for your $1.99 super chat. I believe in you, Nate. Consistently is key. I think you meant consistency. But yeah, obviously, it's been a rough year. I can't sit here and deny that it's been a bad year. I don't even have a working Nintendo Switch in my possession. I started this year so awesome. Had a lot of momentum. Besides the job loss, had a ton of momentum. Had a working Switch, a bunch of games. Getting to the end of the year where my Switch is sold. Heck, remember even in the summer of this year when I bought my son a Switch, and then he's had his stolen since then, and I sold my Switch and a bunch of stuff because of some financial issues I was going through. And in the end, I'm ending this year way worse off than I started this year, and both as a channel and as a man and as a person. And that's all on me. There's no one I can blame for this. I can't look at my fiance and be like, hey, thanks for the stress. Like, it's not her fault. I caused the stress. I can't look at my channel and go, man, woe is me. You guys suck for not coming out and super chatting and donating as much and subscribing and sharing my content. No, it's on me. I am not giving people a reason to want to support. I am not giving people a reason to show up and subscribe. I ask at the end of every video, hey, if you like the video, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But there's not enough videos. So what are you subscribing to? In the past 3 months, I have done nothing but lose subscribers. I have not had a positive month in 3 months. And that's on me. I failed as a content creator. I did not show up. I did not produce the content I had hoped to produce, even content I didn't tell you about. I still didn't do it. I have not come back to YouTube after everything that happened to me in the way I planned to. And I am a kind of a failure this year, all around. I think the only people I haven't failed this year are probably my children, because they don't know any better. They're wonderful kids, and they're just oblivious to everything going on, because we make sure they're oblivious that nothing happening with me or anybody else in our lives affects them. So this channel being where it is all on me. I squandered all the momentum. So then the question is, can I get that momentum back? Can I turn things around in 2020? And I firmly believe it's possible. It's an uphill battle, but it's always possible. The biggest thing, of course, is trying to separate myself from myself. Does that make sense? I have a lot going on in my life. Okay, between the kiddos, the fiance, and my friends, and everything going around. I have a lot going on. And it's no surprise at this point that I'm an emotional person. I've battled depression and stuff in the past, but I'm an emotional person. And how I'm feeling on a particular day with something going on that's not related to the channel can affect how I act on the channel. In particular to how I respond to people, or if I'm in a live stream, as D-Dub brings up, sometimes you're really happy, sometimes you're really grumpy, sometimes you take questions and you're really good with it, and other times you take questions and you argue with people. And a lot of it has nothing to do with what's going on at the channel. It has to do with what's going on in my life. And I turn to streams to vent, and I shouldn't do that. That's not what I want this channel to be. If I want a channel to do that on, I have a completely separate YouTube channel that I could live stream to and could vent on and just kind of keep that away from here. This channel should just be about the content. These streams, while they can get a little interpersonal because we are interacting with each other live, it shouldn't be about my problems in life. I shouldn't be sitting here touting to you about anything going on that has nothing to do with the channel. So we could talk about the negative side of the channel right now because that's channel related. We can't really talk about any negatives that's outside of the channel in my life, because that's none of your business for starters, and I shouldn't be using a public forum to talk about that stuff. So a lot of the channel failures this year are just straight up on me. I didn't keep up. Other people around me exploded. Player Essence and Small Wave and Wolf Den and heck, Beat 'em Ups is he at 1 million subs yet? He's really damn close. All these YouTubers around me in my space doing semi-similar content blew up, and I didn't, because they were consistent. I wasn't. They had no drama. I brought drama. Drama that did not need to exist at all. You guys should have just been here like you were in 2017 and 2018, here to watch the content and enjoy me as a person and kind of get the good side of me and none of the bad. And I think that's what happens in these YouTube environments with a lot of the successful channels, is you get all of the good and none of the bad. Because we all have bad sides, we all have bad days, we all have our own problems in our personal lives at times. But that doesn't come through on the channels, right? Linus Tech Tips isn't busy talking about the stress and the negative things that happen to him in his everyday life. You just get the positive side, because it's a business and you want to present your best self forward. You kind of treat it like other social media platforms. When you see people on Instagram or Facebook where all you hear is positive things from them, and you just hear about the happy things with their kids, you're not hearing about all the crappy things, because they don't want to present that. They want to make things, they want to present their best selves forward, and they're not even making money doing that usually. Obviously, some people on Instagram do. I stopped looking at Nintendo Prime as a business and started looking at Nintendo Prime as a personal channel to do whatever the hell I feel like. And if I feel like bitching about my life, I'll bitch about my life. And I should have never did that. It's a video game channel. What does my life have to do with that? The only thing in my life that matters right now is I sold my Switch, and I have this Switch here, but it doesn't work, and I don't have a way to play Switch games and stream with you guys right now. That's the only thing in my life that is channel relevant that I should even mention. So, that all being said, obviously the key to 2020. Let's change back to the little Q&A format here. Obviously the key to 2020 is getting things back on track in terms of just consistency of content production. I don't want to promise anything to anyone. I don't want to sit here and be like, I'm going to have videos out every day. I'm going to have multiple videos out every day. I'm going to have this video coming on this day every single week. The only promise I'm going to attempt to keep in 2020 is the podcast happening every single week. I'm not even going to promise what day it's going to happen, but my goal is to have the podcast happen every single week in 2020, never miss a week. And the only reason I'm maintaining that promise is because people are paying for that podcast to exist. It's about damn time that I live up to what people are actually giving me money for every single month. And I was doing pretty good with that for a couple of years. Obviously fell off in 2019. Time to get back into that in 2020. So that is a focus for next year, is that's going to be every week. But besides that, I don't want to promise you guys stuff and then have it not be here, because I'm not really in a position in my life right now where I could be like, here's my schedule, right? Like, what people want is a schedule. They want to know at this time on this day, what kind of content can we expect from you? Can we expect a top 10? I can't give you that kind of consistency. And I'm going to be fair with you. I've never had that kind of consistency on the channel. In 2017 and 2018, there was no scheduled timed uploads. There was no, you're going to get this video on this day or this type of content at this time of week besides the podcast. But what you could expect at that time was consistently a video a day, 7 days a week. Maybe there'd be 2 or 3 videos that day, but you knew a video every day was coming. You didn't know when. You just knew, hey, Nintendo Prime is going to give me something today at some point. And that is a level of consistency that I want to get back to. Does that mean I'm going to get back to doing a video every single day? I don't know. I would like to say, yeah. Even when I don't want to work weekends, there's things I can record and do ahead of time. It's funny because at the very beginning of the stream, Mitchell Clybourne, love you, man. He mentioned Prime Answers. That is video content that I would pre-record and would go out on Saturdays. Haven't done that in forever. Granted, I think Prime Answers, I think I lost motivation for Prime Answers because it wasn't getting a lot of viewership, and I want to put out high quality content, so I questioned if Prime Answers was worthy of being a weekend video like that. But to be honest, it's better to have it than not. Is it not? It's content on the weekend. It's better to have it than not have it at all. And I need to do a better job of being consistent with that. So while I don't want to promise any types of videos, I don't want to promise game reviews. I don't want to. Well, what I do want to promise for 2020 is that consistency will be back. So literally the first week of 2020, you're going to notice a massive uptick in the content being produced. And you're going to start seeing content come out frequently enough that you realistically are going to know when to expect things. Now, some people want to know what that means for live streams. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what to do about a live stream schedule right now. I know I used to have a live stream schedule that people really liked. I think it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. And then if I streamed on weekends, it was always random. I don't think I can commit to anything like that right now. I'm not in a position in life to commit to live streams. They're just going to still happen like this one. They're still just going to happen when I have time. I'm not going to sit here and make empty promises about days and game streams. Like it's just going to happen when it happens. I do want to get back to streaming games, major game releases the day of release. I do want to get back to doing that. That's something I used to do. And I do want to get back to streaming it, or if not the day of release, at least the weekend after they released or something like that. That is something I want to get back to doing. But again, that's something I want to get back to. I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, by the way, when Animal Crossing lands next year, day one I'll be streaming it. Like, no, I don't know that. I don't even know if I'll have a working Switch by then. So let's just be realistic here. So I don't want to. Well, I should have a working Switch by then. Tax return season will already be here, so I should have a Switch. I'm not honestly that worried about the streaming schedule. I do want to get on one eventually, but I need to get a lot of other things outside of YouTube sorted in my life so I can figure out this is the day I'm going to stream and this is how long I'm going to stream for. I probably will not be doing night streams very often. I think those will always be random. But if I can find like a time during the day, say an hour every morning or, an hour and a half, certain mornings during the week, I could probably make that work, especially during the school year. So that's just something that I am currently contemplating, but I'm not going to dedicate to it. I'm just going to dedicate to getting video content out consistently, and then eventually you get streams to happen more frequently, and then maybe on some sort of a schedule eventually, just not right now. But consistency is key, and that is my number one goal for 2020 before I get into anything else. Number two, I want to cover more than Nintendo. I'm really excited for next gen from Xbox Series X and whatever the Lockhart becomes, Series S or something. I know they're just calling it just Xbox, and then next gen is just called Xbox, and then they have different like tiers in the X, whatever. And obviously PlayStation 5. There's concepts out there now for the DualShock 5 controller for it and stuff. There is a lot that I would like to talk about that isn't just about Nintendo. And obviously when you have the name Nintendo Prime, you feel stuck. Like, I could talk about it a little bit on live streams, but for everyday video content, like, I could make something and maybe people would watch it, but it wouldn't really feel on brand. And I think what's interesting about the brand I have built with Nintendo Prime is, just be honest with yourself. Why do you watch Nintendo Prime? Do you watch it because of the name? Or do you watch it because of the person behind the camera and behind the microphone? I can't answer that for you guys. I'm actually generally asking you. I mean, I know why I watch content creators. Let's see. Y2 Wrestling said, "Don't be hard on yourself. You went through a lot. You had to get your head in a better place before you could grow your channel. I believe in you because I go through mental stuff." Everyone has their issues. What's up, Bravely DX? I remember when you put out a video every day. I like that. You know what it's gonna be, but you never know what it's gonna be, but you know you get something good. See, and that's kind of the big thing is I don't want to commit to specific videos on specific days, specific times, but getting things out more consistently is going to be key in 2020. Just so people know, because at 2017, 2018, I didn't have schedules. Things just came out when they came out. I tried I tried in 2018 to have a schedule. I tried this year a lot to have a schedule. It still says I have a schedule literally on the YouTube page. I don't. And I don't think I should. I think my goal should just be try to get something out every day or most days. If I can get out multiple things, great. And I'll leave it at that and let the channel be what it is. I watch Arlo because he's blue. Personality and the reviews. Every Monday Night Football, they talk about how the Vikings dominate. Jesus. So I'll just tell you, I watch other YouTubers for who they are, for their personalities. Like, I don't care if Linus Tech Tips is called Linus Tech Tips or NCIX, where he used to work, or if it's just called, Techie Wecky, Pecky Recky. Because of Linus, I'm probably still going to watch. MKHB, renamed his channel to, his name. And I really didn't care about MKHB. I just watched him for him. Arlo, obviously that's the name of the character that is played in there with the puppet. Watch it for that, the person behind the puppet and stuff like that. I watch, Spawnwave for John. I watch, Player Essence. I watch it for OJ. I don't watch it because his channel name is Player Essence. Like, all these channel names aren't relevant to me. It's the person behind that camera, the one coming up with the thoughts and the opinions that matter. And that's why I watch. And that's why I watch all YouTubers I watch. It's for the person, not for the channel name. So my thing is, I kind of want to rebrand the channel. My only hitch in rebranding the channel is obviously all of my success as a YouTuber has come under the Nintendo Prime name. It's a brand I've built up. I have merch for it. Heck, I'm wearing merch from it right now. This is podcast brand, and the Nintendo Prime Podcast would stay called the Nintendo Prime Podcast, so that wouldn't change. But it's a brand that's known, probably a little tarnished after this year, probably a lot tarnished after this year, as D-Dub said earlier, Nintendo wine. So it's definitely a tarnished reputation, and changing the name of the channel is not going to change the reputation of me. I'm still going to have the reputation I have. But I've been debating on changing the channel name just so I don't feel like I'm stuck having to always do Nintendo content. Like, if I log on someday and there's nothing really interesting Nintendo going on and there's nothing I really want to talk about that day, but then there's like a really cool PC game or a really cool PlayStation game or multi-platform game Switch isn't getting, or there's some really cool next-gen news, like, I might want to talk about that, but it's not really on point with the brand of Nintendo Prime, but it is on point with me and my personal gaming interest. So it's something I want to talk about. So people say, well, just make a separate channel for that. But why would I run two separate video game channels? Like, that doesn't make sense at my size. I'm not like this 500,000 sub Nintendo YouTuber where I built up such a Nintendo fan base that I should really spin off a new channel to talk about that stuff. That doesn't make any sense. So because I'm so small, it would make more sense to, before I get big, and I don't know if I ever will, that I should cover more. And to be fair, a lot of Nintendo YouTubers, Player Essences and Dreamcast, RGT, Small, they all cover a lot more than Nintendo. They didn't pigeonhole themselves into Nintendo with their names. So even if they mostly cover Nintendo, they still cover everything else when they feel like it. And that's kind of what I want to be. A lot of the content on my channel, regardless of what it's called, is going to be Nintendo because that's what I'm interested the most in. But I have other interests, and I want to be able to talk about that stuff. So my proposal, what I am thinking, is rebranding the channel. Literally doing it like on January 1st, or I guess the 31st of this year. With a whole new avatar, which will probably just be a picture of me doing something weird. A whole new channel banner and a new intro and whatever I decide. Maybe we won't have an intro for a little bit. I have no idea. But what I want to do is rebrand the channel to me. Something that is truly me. Not something that is just an extension of what I used to be. Because I was a Zelda Informer person. I ran a Zelda website. So Nintendo Prime was like an extension of what I used to be. I don't want to be what I used to be. I want to be what I am. So I already have a YouTube channel that uses my name, Nathaniel Rumful Janc. It's got like 1,000 of you guys have subbed to it or something. I don't know. Probably mostly dead subs at this point. It's like my backup channel. What I'm thinking is rebranding this channel to, if not Nathaniel Rumful Janc, because that's a really damn long name, to maybe Nathan Janc or Nate Janc, since that's what everyone calls me, is Nate Janc. Like, no one calls me Rumful Janc unless I'm in trouble. No one calls me Nathaniel unless I'm in trouble. I go by Nate Janc in real life. So, like all the other channels out there that use their name, but the name doesn't specify what the channel is, I want to use my name, since I say it in every video anyways, and just, hey, this is Nate Janc. Let's talk about this today. Hey, let's talk about that today. I know some people have talked about, Corey Ball, Primetime Nate, or talking about, Prime Gaming Nate, or blah, 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 or Nate Prime. Like, I'm not really attached to the Prime name. The Prime name was literally just, I was on Amazon Prime and threw Nintendo in front of it instead of Amazon. There wasn't a whole lot of thought put into this name at the time. And I thought the Nintendo Prime name would ever go away. There'll still be the Nintendo Prime podcast. Maybe I can make Nintendo Prime be a subset of content on the channel. Maybe I rebrand all Nintendo content to Nintendo Prime content, and then Xbox Prime content, PlayStation Prime content, where it's not channel news, but the Prime name still sticks around for sub-content names. That's something I've considered. Sorry for the spelling. It's okay. Not everyone knows how to spell my name. It's all right. So I don't know. That's just me. Because, like, basically, I feel people only watch my channel for the content and what I'm saying. And the content, what I'm saying, doesn't change just because the brand name changes. But what does change is my mentality with the brand. Being able to talk about whatever I feel like talking about that day. In terms of gaming, it's going to be a gaming channel. We're not going to start, covering non-gaming tech news or whatever. Like, I'm not going to start talking. Here's the thing. Like, all technology that comes out, like PC parts and stuff, could affect gaming. But I'm not going to sit here and get into tech, because I might be launching a separate channel for that with a friend. So it's not going to be a tech channel. We're going to be all about video games on this channel. And if I want to spin off a side channel and talk about sports or whatever, that's something I'll do on my own when I feel like it. This channel with my name will literally just be about video games. That's what I'm passionate about, and I want to share that passion. Yes, that means next year I have a plan to buy, I guess, all 3 next-gen systems, since Switch is kind of lumped in with PlayStation 5 and stuff. So I'm going to get a new Switch, I'm going to get a PlayStation 5, and I'm going to get the next Xbox. You might be like, how are you going to do that? Well, I'm just going to pay it off over time. You pre-order and then put a little money down every week, and then eventually it's all paid off by the time it launches. So I will have those systems at launch, and I will have a Switch, and we're just going to go from there. And I'm going to keep pushing forward, trying to be not just a gamer again, but cover gaming content the way that I want to cover it, and be consistent with it. So I'm pretty sold on rebranding the name Nate Janc, because it's shorter and it's unique. Now, I know what Corey's saying there, saying that, I think your longer-term audience knows the primetime tag, and your real name is difficult to remember how to spell. Nate Janc won't be that difficult to remember how to spell. That's why Nathaniel Rumful Janc is not going to be the name of the channel, because it's too long, and it's just not it's not a good name. And I'm not going to be Nathaniel Rumful Janc forever. I'm going to be a Nathaniel Janc someday. Whenever I get married, my last name is not going to be Rumful Janc anymore. It's just going to be Janc. My kid's last name is just Janc. So obviously, the rest of my life, I'm not going to be Rumful Janc. So it doesn't make sense to name the channel something that I don't go by unless it's for legal purposes, and I don't really care about, if that makes sense. I Ariel Lazarus says, I'm drawing on my phone, so I just realized you were streaming. Why not make a change to the channel then? Yes. Mr. Flange says, rebranding plus renaming the channel sounds like a good idea, but you should only do it if you think it's a good idea and not because you saw that it worked. What are you talking? Well, did Spawnwave rename his channel? I'm serious. I had no idea. Did Spawnwave rename his channel? Or was his channel called something else before Spawnwave? I honestly don't know. I'm being completely honest with you. I have no idea the history of the Spawnwave channel before he tore down a Switch. It's the first video of his I ever saw. So... And Dreamcast guy, I knew who he was before Spawnwave, but he was called Dreamcast guy back when I met him. So I literally did not know he went by another username. Let me click on his channel. I mean, his official user on his channel is Dreamcast guy in the URL. Like, I know Game Over Jesse had a name before Game Over Jesse. I think it was I'm going to his channel here quick. I think it was, it says it in the title. Yeah, Jesse in Living Color was the original channel name before he rebranded to Game Over Jesse. But I knew that. But I've known Game Over Jesse for a long time. But, let me see here. No, I just meant that it worked for them in terms of covering gaming in general and not just Nintendo. Oh. I mean, no, I don't. I can tell you right now, I'm not looking at what other channels are doing and saying, man, look how successful they are. If I did that, I'd be successful. Not really what I'm looking at, to be honest. I'm just thinking about... I'm thinking about days like yesterday. I logged on. I sat down to do some work yesterday at the channel. And I was looking at news. Nothing really happened that I was that interested in Nintendo-wise to talk about news-wise. And I don't necessarily need news to talk about Nintendo. I could pick a game, and pick whatever, and talk about it. But I just wasn't really feeling it. But yeah, here's all this Xbox Series X news out there, and I wanted to talk about it. And I could have easily made a video yesterday talking about it, but I didn't because my channel is Nintendo Prime, not Nintendo, not Xbox. I kind of see what I'm getting at. Like, I wanted to talk about something, and I didn't. I've been wanting to talk about the Hellblade trailer, and I haven't. Because it doesn't fit the channel. I wanted to talk about the PlayStation 5 fan mock-up DualShock 5 based on the patents today. And I didn't, because it doesn't fit the channel. Kind of see what I'm getting at. Like, it's about my interests. Like, these are some things and some hot news that I want to talk about, but I don't, because again, it doesn't fit the channel. Kind of see, like, it's not really about what anyone else is doing. I don't really care what anyone else is doing. If I'm being completely honest. I use YouTube like the rest of you and watch other YouTubers, but I don't care what they're doing. I think that's the big thing in 2017 and 2018 is I did what I wanted to do. And I want to get back to that. And one thing that'll help me get back to that is I'm interested in more than Nintendo stuff. So I want to talk about it. I don't want to have to wait for a live stream or a random topic on the Nintendo Prime podcast to talk about it when I have a lot to say. So it's not really about what was successful for other YouTubers. It's about what I want to do. Now, obviously, I expect my Nintendo videos to almost always get more viewership. I have a Nintendo base. I obviously have bias towards Nintendo. I'm still going to have way more Nintendo content than I had to do anything else. So, obviously, my Nintendo content will probably always be more popular, but at least on days when I'm not really that inspired for Nintendo content, but I am for something else, you're still going to get that same passionate content you guys used to get. It'll just be on something else. Nate becomes the next ninja. Too old to become the next ninja. John said, Nate, I know you don't want to talk about movies very much, but I'd really like to hear your thoughts about classic films like The Shawshank Redemption. I've seen The Shawshank Redemption. Yes, I've seen that. Long time ago. I'd have to rewatch it. I don't remember everything. But no, I'm not going to start doing movie reviews and stuff. I have an idea, Nate. It's kind of a laughing joke earlier this year when we were talking about streaming Korra. Particularly on the random dude that asked why Sony sold Mario to Nintendo. Cheese. You should keep the domain so when Nintendo launches the Nintendo Prime, you will get money. Yeah, I don't know what to do with the website. Part of me wants to keep it going. Part of me is like, does it even matter? I mean, I spend money on it every month to keep it up. I don't really know if it's worth it, to be honest. Probably isn't worth it. I probably should just let the site fade away. I know it's like my ticket to get a media pass for E3, but I think it might be time I just give up on getting a media pass for E3. I don't think I'm ever going to put the time into the website that I need to. And obviously I have a giant Facebook page. I don't know what the hell to do with that because that's Nintendo Prime Facebook page. I obviously have to rebrand that. So, oh well. Anyways, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts? Do you not have any thoughts? Any questions? What do you guys think about the rebrand? What do you guys think about how crappy 2019's been? How much I suck? But how awesome I might be able to be again in 2020. Not might. How awesome I will be again in 2020. Have some confidence, Nate. Have some confidence in your ability as a content creator. Have you ever thought of starting a monthly service where you release exclusive content on it? You mean Patreon? Because that's what Patreon does. Where you can go become a patron, and I could put exclusive content on Patreon. I've debated it in the past. I don't know that I'm big enough to be putting exclusive content on Patreon or any other pay-for service. You know, does that make sense? I don't know that. I don't personally know that it makes that big of a difference right now. I know it gives people incentive to go join Patreon if I have like an exclusive video a week there or something. But I don't know. I don't really want to wall off my content like that when I'm this small. I think everything should be available out there for free. I mean, it'd be awesome to grow that Patreon and not worry about Google ads anymore, but I don't want to make exclusive content just for Patreon. I think that would really kill my channel if I start doing that. When you're doing it, the videos I'll always watch. Cool, man. Before you end the stream, did you see that Sony announced with releasing button trigger extensions? I did not see that. I don't know what button trigger extensions. I don't. What the hell are button trigger extensions? I mean, I guess I get what it is by the name, button trigger extensions. But what the hell would be the point? I guess for maybe for some handicapped people, maybe. If that's a real thing. I know sometimes, Sonic Man, you spout out a bunch of nonsense. John Early says, what are your thoughts on renaming the channel Nate the Game Reviewer? I don't do game reviews, so that wouldn't be a fitting name. That doesn't mean I won't do game reviews in the future, but I don't really do game reviews, so that would be a really weird channel name that tells people I do something that I don't. Doesn't mean I won't, but no. I think Breath of the Wild 2 will come out next year. I hope it does. You put it on the back of the controller to substitute the buttons. Oh, so you mean it's like what do you call it? Like those levers that are like on the Elite controller where you can like remap buttons. So, because you always have your fingers underneath, and for some people it's really easy to tap that stuff instead of moving your thumb all over. It's supposed to be more ergonomic, I guess, because moving your thumb around like crazy, obviously you can get fatigue and stuff. Whereas here, you can always have your fingers on like different triggers underneath. There's controllers that do that, of course. I named one. The Xbox Elite controller does that. So if Sony's doing that too, that's cool. I mean, it's just more options. More options are always good. Add macro keys. Okay. So you can add it to existing controllers. Cool. I bet you it probably looks ridiculous compared to just having it built in like the Elite controller does. Because the Elite controller doesn't have like this thing going from the button to the bottom. It's just part of the controller. But, I mean, it's cool. Why to wrestling? Have you considered making a video that is just comedy? I don't know if you would enjoy that, but it seems like a cool idea. What do you mean just comedy? Explain. I don't really view myself as a comedy person. I mean, I love comedy videos and comedy movies and stuff, and I know there's some really cringy funny moments that have happened on this channel. I put on a dress at one point, some other crazy stuff, but I definitely have some comedic value to my personality and making my friends laugh and stuff like that. But like, I don't know about making a dedicated comedy. Like, there's so many people that have comedy in their videos. It doesn't mean there won't be an occasional joke or something here or there, but no, I don't really think that fits me. At least what I'm interested in making, what I can make consistently, because I can't script my comedic moments. They just have to come au naturel. I can't really. I'm not good at scripting. I'm more of a on the spot comic than I am. Oh, let me write down this funny bit, and then it never ends up being as funny as what I was thinking it would be. Habla Dibabo. I like your videos because I like to hear your personal opinions about the gaming industry. I have a lot of opinions on the gaming industry. That's kind of nice. Angry Video Game Nerd would be a type of comedy, yes, where he reviews old games but does it in a funny way. Yes, that would be a type of comedy video. Switch Lite is probably best for me because I don't have an entertainment center for my TV, and my smart TV is only 27 inches. Yeah, at that point, Switch Lite's cool. I need a regular Switch just for live stream purposes and video recording purposes. So, otherwise, Switch Lite would be cool with me too, even though I got this big giant TV back here. Switch Lite would be fine for the most part. Oh man, so we're making a video. You guys have any more questions? Obviously, when I rebrand, if I decide to go through with it, which I'm still not decided on, I know I'm going to lose subscribers. But here's the thing, I'm already losing subscribers, so what's the difference? I lost subscribers when the channel went from Zelda Informer to Nintendo Prime. So I'm going to lose subscribers again. But I was able to quickly regain the momentum through the quality of the content. So that's the thing. If I rebrand and then the quality of the content's high and the consistency in the content's there and the passion's there, then in theory everything should take care of itself, shouldn't it? Like, you would hope so. I'm not this isn't a channel that is brand new without a following. It's a channel that has a following. It has a bigger following than it did 2 years ago. So in theory, it's kind of like I'm relaunching the channel with it, but I already have a following. And while I might lose some of it, I think because of the following that already exists, it actually has a chance to rapidly explode again. Maybe. Or it doesn't, and the channel falls flat. I don't know. 2020. Goals to make 2020 my year. It would be great to hear your opinions on other systems, games, and tech. That would allow you to always have ideas on content, so why not go for it? And that's the thing. It's not just ideas. Not always having ideas. It's about having passionate ideas. Like, I was sitting down thinking of, oh, man, what's my next top list going to be? And I was just kind of bored even thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, do I go over my top 5 Mario games or something? Like, why am I not passionate about? Because there's so many out. Like, it's just I'd rather talk about something that excites me. Like making that kind of list doesn't excite me, but making a video on the next Xbox excites me. Making a video on even the Luigi's Mansion 3 DLC today, like that excites me. Even though I was a little critical, not of the DLC itself, but just my concern with future DLC from Nintendo. That excited me. That was something I want to talk about. Sales numbers, stuff I like talking about. I'm passionate about this stuff. So I feel like it's better for me, instead of forcing a certain type of content and having that content be all the time, I want to focus on, I just want to make the content I want to make the days I want to make it, and have it be on whatever gaming topic that day I feel like talking about. If I feel like addressing a generalized topic about YouTube versus video, traditional video game media, I want to do that. If I feel like making a topic about just the absolute silliness that was going on with Fallout 76 this year, I want to feel free to do that. If I want to talk about EA and the good stuff they do and the bad stuff and why they're still important and relevant, even though a lot of people hate them, I want to be able to do that. None of that really makes sense because this crap isn't happening on Switch. There's a lot of stuff with Switch I still want to talk about, but I just on a day-to-day basis, it's easier for me to find passion and drive when there's these things happening in the video game industry that I want to talk about, but don't have a way to effectively do it. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Primetime cooking with Nate. I should make this is another thing. Google Stadia. Haven't been able to talk about that either. Should make a dedicated channel talking about Google Stadia. Sure, let me get on that. Me like the only. Would I be the only dedicated Google Stadia channel on the planet if I changed to a Google Stadia channel? I'm genuinely curious if I would be the only channel that isn't owned by Google dedicated to talking Google Stadia. I'm gonna go on YouTube right now. I'm gonna just type in Google Stadia and I'm gonna see if there's any like dedicated Google Stadia channels that aren't. No, I'm not seeing any pop up anyway. It's just the usual channels. I mean, look, like this is guy Dave Lee talking about stuff. There's Agent 00 talking about stuff. Like, I mean, there's still gamer name channels out there doing things, but I don't know. Like, obviously, there's like this balance when I'm looking through channel names of like a channel name, as an example, like Wolf Den. Obviously that's using their last name but using it cleverly, and like Clean Prince Gaming or whatever. But then you'll see things like Austin Evans, and Tim Schofield, and like you'll see these names, and then you'll also like there's no Jim Sterling. Like there's no right or wrong way to name a channel. You can go with a brand or you can go with just yourself because you are the brand on YouTube. RGT85, blah blah blah. UTech USA. But yeah, I don't see any actual dedicated Stadia channels. Just create a channel for Google Stadia. The Stadia champion. The greatest Stadia player in the world because I'm the only one playing. Link makes Link's favorite cake, but I have no idea what. Oh yeah, someone said earlier about comb for my hair. Yeah, after I cleaned up today, I had to run out. I do some deliveries for Instacart sometimes, and I put on my winter hat before my hair dried, and then this is just what it looks like after. I know it's a mess. I combed it a few times. It doesn't fix itself. I pretty much have to use detangler or go take a shower or something, and then it'll be better. But maybe I'll do a shower before I go to bed, even though I already showered today. We'll see. Depends on how I'm feeling after this stream. I might want to go chillax. Stadia Prime, even Yulia unsubs. I should see if she might have been unsubbed. YouTube randomly unsubs people sometimes. I want you to make cakes that are. I don't have the skills. I can bake a cake. Don't have the skills to decorate cakes. Sorry. I've been joking about Stadia Prime since the stream it was announced. I should make a video about my crazy dreams where the steering wheel and brakes stop working in the car and then the cops pull you over. Oh no! How are they pulling you over though? Because the steering wheel and the brakes don't work, so you're not really pulled over. How are you actually pulling your car over if you can't brake and you can't steer? I mean, you'll coast and eventually come to a stop, but you wouldn't be able to control where, so you wouldn't really be pulled over. You'd probably be in an accident or down in a ditch or something, or just chilling in the middle of the road between two lanes of traffic. I mean, I'm sure in your dream you end up pulled over, but how are you getting pulled over when the steering wheel and the brakes don't work? Just be thankful you're still alive in your dream, huh? Because that could definitely end very badly. Just checking the scores of the NBA games today. Boston and Dallas is really tight. So is Golden State and Portland. The Bulls beat Washington, which doesn't really matter. Miami beat Philadelphia. Cool. Denver came back and beat Orlando because I know Orlando was up big before at halftime. Toronto beat Detroit. Cleveland beat Charlotte. New Orleans beat Minnesota. Poor Minnesota. OKC beat Memphis. Nice. All right. Tomorrow's the big game. That's the Bucks versus Lakers. That's going to be, you guys know I'll be watching that. It's going to be a big game. It's a dream, but they start working when the lights come on. You mean when the police lights come on, suddenly you can pull over like, hey, I have a problem. Oh, now I don't. Sorry, officer. My car just wasn't working for a moment. My bad. Sorry for crossing 10 lanes of traffic and going through 4 ditches. All I could do is press the gas pedal, so that's what I did. Team Nate likes as a negative score. I wonder what the likes are on this stream. Let me load up the stream and actually see. I'm always curious how streams are going while the stream is going on. I don't even know how many people are watching, if I'm being honest. How many people are watching? 40? Is there actually 40 people watching this stream? It's crazy. I remember back when, like, to get 40 people in a stream was, like, such a huge deal. Like, even just not a year ago. I guess like more like 2 years ago. It was such a big deal to get 40 people in on a stream. No dislikes anyways. I guess, when you own up to the fact that you've just been a fuck-up all year. Like, hey, yeah, my channel has not done well this year. It's my bad. I fucked up. It's life. You move on. I made a lot of mistakes that have nothing to do with this channel and my personal life, too. You fuck up. Own your shit. Get better. Move on. 40 million people are watching. What games have I been playing recently, if any? Occasional game of Madden. That's about it. I don't have anything to play games on. Even my gaming PC isn't really what I want because I sold the GPU, so it can't really handle anything. And the laptop's gone, and so is my Switch and the Xbox One X. So literally, I don't really have anything. That's another thing too about expand. It's like such a weird time to expand into all of gaming when I can't even play. I can't even play the system that this channel was about, and now I'm gonna expand into all of gaming when I don't have the systems to play. I know it's a weird thing. It's so weird. But I'll try not to be talking about that much in 2020 either. I kind of want to get away from the keep repeating publicly. Oh, by the way, I'm talking about games when I don't have a means to play them. Obviously, the goal is to get a Switch. I'm probably not going to pick up a PS4 or an Xbox One next year. But, I mean, I have the excuse of, hey, look, next gen's coming. Why would I be picking them up at that point? Especially since they'll be mostly backwards compatible. The view count's not working. It says 42. What is it? I wonder what it says on YouTube's live stream backend. Let me see here. Their new live stream backend. Well, it says 40 right now. Super chat revenue of $3.90. Steal Eric's Switch and beat Luigi's Mansion 3. Eric needs a Switch, man. He's going through some health stuff himself, and he did good news on Eric. For those that are wondering, he is home. I can't talk. I still do not have permission to talk about what's going on, but he is out of the hospital and at home. He's on bed rest, so it's not like he's back to normal life. But yeah, he's playing a lot of Switch. Not gonna take a man's Switch away at a time when he really needs the Switch. He doesn't need it, but it's really nice to have. OJ is sending people here? Is he? Is Player Essence sending people here? Is he streaming right now? I haven't talked to. That's another thing. In 2019, I stopped talking to all the YouTubers I was talking to, even Player Essence. You guys know him and I were tight for a little bit. God, I haven't talked to him in forever. I mean, a few exchanges on Twitter, maybe. I didn't even post the stream on Twitter. I guess I'm streaming for a little bit longer, so I'll go toss it up on Twitter. Yeah, I don't think Player Essence is sending anyone here unless he said something in his Discord or whatever, which I don't know why he would. He just ended his stream. I didn't even get a notification for his stream. Did YouTube unsub me from his channel? I guess that's fair to look up. Player Essence. Am I unsubscribed from Player Essence's channel? Good question. No, I'm not. Although the bell icon's not hitting you are. I used to have the bell icon hit. Let me re-hit that for him. There we go. Hit the bell icon for him. Yeah, I didn't even know he was streaming. I had no idea. Shows how much I know what's going on. Spencer. Spencer came over from his stream. Nice. Nice to see you, man. Don't know who you are, but welcome. I know Player Essence earlier today did like something I tweeted. What did he like? I think he liked the idea of me rebranding my channel. I think that's what it was. One of my, was it this one? Let me see here. No, it wasn't that one. One of my tweets he liked. I forget which one. Was it this one? Yeah, this one. So he liked the idea of rebranding my channel so I could talk about more than Nintendo. I haven't talked to him personally about it, but obviously I think that's something he agrees with. That and the thing is, I've debated this every year, so I don't know why I don't just do it. I think I'm always afraid of destroying. And here's the thing. I can understand last year at the end of 2018 why I decided not to rebrand, because I had a lot of momentum. Why would I was afraid of ruining the momentum. Well, I'd ruin the momentum anyway, so I might as well have just rebranded back then. But oh, he's streaming on Twitch. That's right. Isn't he banned for 3 months or something? Yeah, I don't go to Twitch very often. There's nothing against him. I just literally Twitch has been redesigned a little bit. Good for him. Or good for Twitch. They kind of redesign things. Oh yeah, he was last live 3 minutes ago. As I go to his channel. Well, let me watch his most recent live stream. No, wait, maybe? Maybe it'll let me skip to... I just want to see where he said to go checking out. I can't hear anything. I always like OJ's stream layouts.
So let's go ahead and let's raid. We're gonna raid VC. So let me see. Let me look at my subscription list. VC's playing right now, or he's doing his broadcast. So we got 10 people watching. So if we go right here, that'd be great.
Rated VC.
So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna copy the link address. So there's VC. Also Nintendo Prime.
There we go.
Is also streaming as well. He's doing a complete channel rebrand. So if you guys want to help out Nintendo Prime in terms of support, going over there, letting them know, following, doing subscription, he's doing a complete channel rebrand. It looks like he's not going to be called Nintendo Prime anymore. It looks like he's going to do all different types of games, not just Nintendo. So he's doing a rebrand.
There's the shout out. Cool. Of course, he definitively said he's doing a rebrand. I'm like, I never really definitively said I'm doing a rebrand. I'm pretty sold I'm going to, but I technically didn't definitively say I was going to do a rebrand. But probably. Well, I got nothing to lose at this point. The momentum's already killed, and I'm already losing subscribers by the hundreds every month, so screw it. What's it really matter at this point? I should just rebrand the channel to just a period. Like, literally, the channel's name is just a dot. I wonder if YouTube would let me do that. Welcome to dot. Welcome. I'm something you use every day. Dancing Prime. No. Next Gen Gaming. Yeah, I remember that name. There's been a lot of names suggested to me over the past year or so when I've talked about rebranding. But I honestly think the best rebrand there is just be myself, be me. Nathan Janc. Just be done with it. Or Nate Janc or whatever. Just be done. Nice and simple. 2 words. It's my name. It's me. Gives me so much flexibility to be whatever the hell I feel like being. And I'm not focused on being some brand of, like, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with brand names. Like, there isn't anything wrong with it. I suck at coming up with names. So I'll just use the name my mama gave me. Dancing Prime. Do a stream where you stream his stream and he streams your stream. That's a lot of clone words. Oh, we're like streamception. I stream his stream and then he streams my stream, and then it looks like I think on his end it would look like an infinite. If I streamed his stream in the background of my video as I was talking about his stream and what he was saying, and then he streamed my stream inside his stream, I think it creates a streamception where there'd be like an infinite stream inside his stream. And then it would create one inside mine. That would be crazy. Streamception. Now, OJ's crazy successful, man. He's had a huge year. I'm actually going to look. Let's go to Social Blade. Because I can't see his stats, obviously, because I'm not him. Let's check out his Social Blade. I haven't looked at his Social Blade in a long time. Let's do a search here. Oh, wait. I think his channel name's... Yeah, it's not going to work. There it is. All right, let me share this with you guys. All right, so Player Essence. See if I can get an idea of his growth this year. I mean, his views are still rocking it. I mean, he's doing basically 10,000 a day. You know, he's up to 54,600 subs. Yeah, that's pretty good. I know the subscribers for the last 30 days isn't always accurate now, because basically every week, if you're up 100, they add 100 or something like that. Because YouTube changed how they track things publicly. Look at his detailed statistics. I mean, he's been killing it. I mean, look at weekly subscribers going back, January 17. He's just been killing it. It's just super consistent. Total subscribers, I mean, just killing it. There's nothing you can really say. He's rocking. I was really close. I was within like 2,000 subscribers of him at like the beginning of this year, and then he just shot up. He just gained like 10K plus this year, and I got nothing. Let's take a look at Nintendo Prime. Let's see here. Nintendo Prime. A true Nintendo enthusiast. I mean, you could see the difference in the total subscribers. Oh, look how high it is. Just flatline. Let's go to detailed statistics. Just a flat line. Oh, back in 17, I had a really bad day here. But look at that. I had like no other bad days like that. And then this year, 1, 2, 3 bad days. Subscriber game. Oh, beginning of 19 going good. Oh, flatline. Oh, I had a little boost from E3. Oh, flatline. Oh, I think this is when Reggie retired. I gained a bunch of subs when Reggie retired because I have the My Body Is Ready video, so like people were watching that and subscribing, and then dive. I don't know what this boost is from. Whatever. It's been nothing but bad for months. So weekly video views gain. Look, going so well, and just downturn. Just downturn, just crash and burn. Oh, look, subscribers gained. Hasn't really moved since May. Literally, when did I hit? I hit 46K a few times. I'm at 45,800 right now. First time I hit 45,800 was on April 15th of 2019. I have literally not grown since April 15th. Think about that. I literally, I gotta show you guys this. Look, I literally have not grown since April 15th. Let me mouse over this for you right here. Boom. I was at 45,825 subscribers back on April. I have not grown. I have literally not grown for 9 months. So you think a rebrand really matters at this point in terms of making my channel lose subscribers? I literally am. I'm flatlined, guys. I'm completely flatlined. I've hit 46K a few times, but I always fall back. I am flatlined. I mean, look at all that sub growth, and then boom, just flatlined. Flatline happened. It looks like we're on March. So, man, compare that to Player Essence. I'll show you guys Player Essence quick. Let's go back here. Compare that to Player Essence. I mean, look at that. There's no flatlining. It's just consistently going up. Kind of a big boost in July, and then it looks like a little flatline here. But if you look at it, he's just growing. He's just growing. It just keeps going up. See, it's going up a little slower, but it's still going up. There's no flat line. Not like me. Mine's a flat line. Obviously, his views just keep going up, but that always happens because if you only gain more views on your channel, you don't lose views. So, oh boy. Just make another channel. Nah, I'm not gonna make another channel. Obviously, a way to not worry about the algorithm is to just reboot the channel as something new, as a complete, like, not the channel itself. Make a new channel. Just keep telling everyone to go subscribe to that channel. Blah blah blah. Try to get it up to 10K so you can get ads going. But yeah, I realize I have a lot of dead accounts on this channel, but I really don't care. I'm just gonna focus on what I got. You see Reggie forming his own game studios company could host Fees Aim Direct. Nah, they won't. No, he's not gonna make games. He's not a game maker guy. I mean, come on, he's managing Pizza Hut before. Like, he's more of a manager of businesses kind of guy, more so than a guy who founds a game studio. Don't degrade yourself. You need to believe in what you're doing, even if numbers don't show. Oh yeah. No. Well, when I talk about the numbers being bad, it's all me. It's facts. I fucked up. No other way to put it. I fucked up. I fucked up all year. From the beginning of the year to the end, I fucked up. That's just reality. Let's look at some other channels. Let's have some fun. Let's look up. I'm actually curious. How's Dreamcast guy doing? I don't talk to that guy hardly anymore. How's he doing these days? Total grade B. What's it say he's at? 165K subs, 20,000 plus views per video, or 20,000 plus views per day. Shouldn't say per video. I mean, yeah, he hasn't flatlined. He's just consistently gone up. He'll probably hit. Let me see here. Yeah, he'll probably hit. He'll hit 200,000 subscribers next year. Good for him. Oh, you know who has blown up? I actually want to see this. Beat 'em ups. Dude, he has exploded this year. Just exploded this year. Yeah, I mean, beginning of the year, he had 3,500. Oh, wait, let's get to the very beginning of the year. So he had 441,000 subs at the beginning of the year. Now he has 797,000 subs. God, 300,000 subs in like a year. Man, he's really blown up. I mean, you can even see. Look at his views gained. I mean, look at 2019. He is just he's killing it right now. He's just killing it the whole year. Good for him. I really like beat 'em ups. He's a good dude. I mean, look at his video viewership. It's just cool. How's Spawn Wave doing in comparison? I know he's not nearly as big. I mean, Spawn Wave's had a really good year, too. Look at that. He's had a really good year. Wait, no, I'm still on beat 'em ups. I'm still on beat 'em ups. Sorry, let me... Like, that was really similar to beat 'em ups. It shouldn't be exactly the same. Let's go to a detailed look on Spawn Wave. I'm always curious about Spawn Wave. Oh, dude, he killed... Look at that at the beginning of this year. First subscribers gained. Holy crud. So he's consistent. He's definitely doing better this year than he was in prior years. But the beginning of the year, end of last year, beginning of this year, he was killing it. But, I mean, he started off the year 222,000. And he's at 368, so he's gained, 200,000. He's had a really good year, too. Good for him. Good for these guys. I should see Review Tech USA. Sure. We'll look at Review Tech USA. Why not? Why not? Later, Bravely DX. Let's look at Review Tech USA. Go to detail. It looks like he's had kind of a flat year. Or a down year. I mean, he still does good viewership-wise, but he's at 852,000 subs. I mean, he had the same sub growth around the time Spawn Wave did, and then it's kind of fallen off. Although, he's had a couple negative days, but mostly positive. Mostly positive. Not too far off from last year. But, I mean, his viewership's been higher this year. So, he's doing good. He's doing well for himself. It also Nintendo Prime automatically when I type in Nintendo. You've typed in Nintendo Prime so much that I'm your default search now. I think, what did he start the year at? That's how you look at. I'm actually curious. Where did he start the year at? I wonder if he hit 1 million this upcoming year. He started the year. No, I don't think he'll hit 1 million this year. Because he started at 783. He's only gained like 80,000. Maybe 2 years. I'll give Review Tech USA 2 years and he'll be at 1 million. I mean, he could have with next gen next year. He could not end up having a huge year and hit 1 million next year. But I'm going to be safe and say it's going to take him 2 years to get to 1 million. But he'll get there. He'll get to 1 million subs. Got ahead. Have a good one. Later, S. Spencer. Yeah, but it doesn't capitalize it. I'm not worth capitalizing. That's what you get out of it. I am not worth capitalizing. All right. I should probably head to bed, too, to be honest. I got to get up with my kids in the morning for school. Thank you guys for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably do like a standalone update video if I do rebrand and update people on what's going on, what's happening, all that stuff. I want to kind of make it as smooth as I can, so I kind of want the video to go up, and as the video's up, like within that first hour of it going up, that's when I will like literally rename the channel while that video's up and get everything I can done. I got to relook into all the particulars about renaming the channel because YouTube has like a funny way with it, but it's been long enough that I think I can do it again. Hope I can do it again. I might be doing all this rebrand nonsense that YouTube may be like, rebrand. But we'll see. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope those people that popped over from Player Essence had a good time talking about rebranding and crap. Lots of shit. Peace out. Catch you guys in the next video.